Hey everyone, in this specific video, I will let you know how you can calculate the minutes difference between any two dates in any format that you have. Okay, so the very first step in this specific workflow is the webhook step, and you might be capturing some data from your external software. For example, some people use Gloria Food to get their data in, and Gloria Food is one of the application through which you get two different dates. One is the fulfillment date and another is the order date. And based on the order date and fulfillment date, you basically have to find the number of minutes between two different dates. So the very first step that you have to do is, I already have a data right here. So what I will do is I will send a sample data to my webhook. So I'm sending a sample data which looks something like this. It will just arrive in few minutes. So let's see. So we actually have two dates right here. One is the accepted date, which happens to be 26/11/2020. The time is 17:33:44, and the fulfillment date is again 26/11/2020, and 18:28:44 is the time. Now accepted at is the time for accepting a specific order. So you can consider this as a restaurant order. So it is accepted at this specific time and it needs to be fulfilled at this specific time. So we want to really find out what are the minutes between these two dates, and based on that we want to send an SMS message to you, the customer, that your order will be ready in so and so minutes. Okay, so let me just tell you how you can do that. So once you have this data with you, you can just click the plus button right here. And the very first thing that you have to do is you have to choose a date time formatter. Okay, so the very first step will be to convert this date and time into a Unix timestamp format. So let me just show you how you can do that. Just select format right here, connect with date time formatter. Okay, supply the date that you received. So we are supplying the accepted date at date right now, and inside the format we are choosing the format as timestamp, and then we are just going to save and send a test request. As soon as you do that, you actually got a timestamp right here as shown on the screenshot. Okay, so the next step will be to use the very same module again, but instead of this time, if you remember last time we use the accepted at date, this time we will be using the fulfillment date. Okay, so again, format date, connect with date time formatter. So instead of choosing the accepted at date right now, we will choose the fulfillment date. We will not touch the time zone because we don't care. The to format will be again the Unix timestamp, which will be this. Okay, and you can just fire the request. So you can see the result is right here, and you can actually see the result right here. Now what we will do is we will calculate the difference between the fulfillment date and the order accepted date. Okay, and to calculate that difference, we can use the plus button right here, and then you just have to use number formatter. So you can just choose the number formatter right here, and then number formatter, you have to choose the spreadsheet formulas. Just click on connect with number formatter, and the formula will be to minus this number from this number, because fulfillment date will always be in the future compared to the accepted at date. Okay, so what we will essentially do is we will just map this button. We will just pick the fulfillment date, which is right here, and we will subtract this fulfillment date by the order accepted date. Okay, and as soon as you do a save and send test request, it will effectively give you a data, and you can see it says it is 3300 seconds in future. So what we essentially want to do is we want to calculate the minutes. So what we will do is we will just add the brackets right here, and we will divide it by 60. Okay, and then we will just send a test request again, and you can see it says 55 minutes as the result right here. So you can just save it, and you can consider that this order will be placed after 55 minutes. And now you can just add another step, and if you have Twilio, you just select Twilio. Action event might be send SMS message. I don't have a Twilio account right now, so let's see if my existing credentials work, but it might not work, so don't worry. Body of the SMS will be your order will be delivered in, so we already have the difference, 55 minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the body of the message. Then you can choose the sender number. So we do not have the sender number and the recipient number right now. So I'm just choosing the sender number as it is, as shown in this example. The recipient number is again not with me. So I'm just choosing a normal recipient number. It's a random number. But if you are getting any number on the webhook itself, you can actually map that number on your Twilio, and we can actually deliver the SMS message to the customer right away who has ordered this specific item. And you can just click on save and send a test request, and you can see it gives an error because it is the Twilio is not verified. It says some kind of error. The from number is not a valid SMS capable. So I don't have a Twilio account right now, so I just use my random details, so it is not working. But otherwise it will deliver a message which will say your order will be delivered in 55 minutes, stay tuned. So I believe you must have understood that how you can calculate and find minutes between any two different dates. So what we essentially did is we captured the webhook data which has an accepted date and a fulfillment date. Based on that, we converted that time to a timestamp format. After that, we again converted the fulfillment time to a timestamp format. Then we subtracted the fulfillment date and the order date and divided it by 60, which essentially gave us the minutes. And then we sent the message to the customer. So I believe this will be very helpful for you, and let me know if you have any questions.